Good morning, everybody. July 25th, 2020. Post Falls Honey Company. Tim here, looking at this is actually catnip that I just let go crazy. And everybody, look at that big old bumble. Everybody loves it. Just here at the house, my girls love eating this stuff. Sunflowers and then hops. You guys have heard me say that I burn hop cones in my smoker. Those are hops. Those are the cones that I burn in them. Really good smoker fuel. Really good for settling bees down. Anyway, just wanted to. I'm just going to film throughout the day. I've got some bee work to do today. I'm just going to film a little bit, but I wanted to show you because it's 8 o'clock in the morning right now. But I'll probably get some backlash on this. This is my uncapping tank, and I'm just cleaning it out here because I'm going to extract again tomorrow. So here's a board of cappings, and the bees, one little hive here at my house has already found it. But I'll probably, like I said, probably get some backlash on this, but I feed my cappings back to my bees, and so I'm going today to both yards to pull more honey supers. I hate to sound like a honey whore, but I got more honey to pull. So I'm going to go out and do that. And when I'm out there at the north yard, I'm just going to drop this board there and let the girls just clean it all out. Typically, and like I say, I know that there's guys out there, girls out there, people out there that are going to say you cause robbing by doing it. There's such a heavy nectar flow on right now that I'm not super worried about it. You know, if it was the dearth, if it was late September into October and there wasn't a lot of stuff bloomed out right now anymore, then I wouldn't feed that stuff back to them. But right now, I don't have an issue doing it because, I mean, look, this is just my garden. I posted the video yesterday of the knapweed being in full bloom. The alfalfa is on its second bloom here in Post Falls. And so I don't have an issue feeding these bees these cappings. And so I'm going to go out, pull some boxes, load my stuff up, pull some boxes, and drop this stuff off to the girls. So next stop, North Yard. So at the North Yard, I've actually got to pull. I'll show you. So I've got to take these two boxes off of here. I know that those guys have honey in them, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm going to check 2 boxes while I'm out, and then, oh, damn it, stinking gophers. And then I've got this monstrosity. So deep, medium, western, medium. So that really is that tall. But I've got to pull these two because they're both ready to go. So anyway, wanted to show you guys. So the reason I don't worry about putting those cappings down is you look at the knapweed, all the sweet clover, all the knapweed clear over. Okay, I'm surrounded by alfalfa here. You're right. And then next door to me, the old farmer here irrigates his whole field. This is all Dutch white clover, 10 acres of it, plus everything out in front. So I don't worry about, I mean, bees forage 2 miles and the knapweed is just cranking right now. And so I'm just going to take this board and just set it on my little stack of pallets there. And I'm just going to let the bees clean out all the cappings. It's good for them. I know people say that, you know, and here again, I wouldn't do it during the dearth. I wouldn't do it where it would promote any robbing. You might get a bee fight or two in there, but you know what? I'm not worried about it. It's good for them. People will say, well, it spreads disease. Well, these are all my bees, and I raise healthy bees, and I know that my mite loads are very, very minimal, and so people would say, well, it will spread mites. Yep, every hive has mites. And the flowers that 2 of your bees eat from could spread mites. So I'm not too worried about it. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to lay this board out for these girls and let them get ripping on it. Look at that. Yum. They've already found it. So this is the deep that I pulled off the Colossus 1 hive, and I want to show you guys this. You're probably like, well, why are you taking that? It's not cured. Well, it's cured for the most part. They just haven't capped it yet, but that's a queenless colony. My Colossus 1 hive that I stole Colossus from, they requeened themselves. There was a queen in there. Don't know what happened to her. So we have 2 deeps, 3 deeps, and 1, 2, 3, 4 mediums. So why would I just let them keep backfilling everything? I'm going to reintroduce the original Colossus, just merge her back into this colony, but it doesn't need to be that big. So I also have a couple of smaller hives that need help, that are first-year hives that could use the resource. And so I'm pulling these because they're just resource frames. That's all I'm using them for. There's a bunch of pollen in there. There's a bunch of nectar that is ready to go. It's just not capped yet. And so, whoops, see, I just jagged that corner out right there. There's hardly any liquid coming out of it because it's so thick. The honey's ready to go, so I'm not worried about that. So what I'm going to do is just use this box as a resource box for my other colonies to boost them for winter. Start putting it on them probably the next day or two. Nice and ripe. Got the tractor running behind us. That's pretty ripe honey. It's good. I like these westerns. This is a western, so bigger than a medium, smaller than a deep. I like them because, and so this one has frame rests in it also, but they can really just pack the honey in here. Find a good frame. Well, I'll just get this outside one here. Kind of a cool looking. Oh, come on, bees, get off there. Good looking frames. You guys can see this. Westerns are cool. I've also got, so this is a tin frame, and then so this frame spacers just help them draw them out that much wider. See how wide they draw those frames out? Cool. Well, I've just been messing around with the bees this morning because I don't want to start my yard work yet. Anyway, went to the south yard. I thought I had more boxes there to pull, but apparently I don't. And so I'm back here at the house, just kind of getting some stuff together. But if you remember before, I told you I had a surprise for you. This was a few videos ago. I recorded a bunch of videos and I didn't edit them yet because I was waiting to see if my surprise took. And it did, but I'm not going to put those videos on, so I will show you the surprise now. Introducing the Russians. I brought in a Russian bee from Star Farms out of Springfield, Oregon. Tad Star sent me one of his really good pure Russian bees, and they've outgrown this double nuke, and so they're getting ready to go into a double deep, an 8-frame double deep. And so as I go through it, I will show you our new Russian queen. It's funny because I've had a ton of people say to me, why would you bring Russians in? They're mean. Nothing wrong with these bees. They seem great. Great personality, nice and dark. So this was a queenless hive that I had, a queenless nuke that I had at my house from a Colossus split, and the queen never came back, and so I had ordered a Russian queen from Tad over at Star Farms. And so I just replaced these frames. So you saw the frames that I had earlier that I took off of that queenless Colossus colony, Colossus 1. I had a bunch of those resource frames, so they're here, here, and here. Filled them, and now I'm breaking into putting the top deep on and going to put frames in the top deep too. So the queen, I haven't gone through this upper nuke yet, and so the queen is in there, I'm sure. So I'm gonna go grab a frame perch, and we'll put this upper box on. All right, so there is our girl. Where'd she go? There she is. So they seem pretty chill. They are runners. They like to move on this comb pretty heavy, but I am not using any smoke at all. Granted, they're a smaller colony, but it's not like they're all pissed off and, you know, pulling the whole Russian convoluted stereotype, I guess. So I'm pretty happy with them so far. They're building slowly, slower than I would like them to, but she's laying good. She has quite a few brood frames in here, so I did give her extra, like I said, the extra resource frames there that the bees are on right now. And so I've got this frame, one more frame here that they're drawing out, and they're going to be put together in their new home that they will overwinter in. So one more look at the Russians. I need a name for them. Haven't named them yet. Maybe I just call them the Russians. We'll see how they do. So that's what I got. Still just messing around with bees today. And so that's it. There's my little camouflaged hive of Russians right there in front of the house, front yard. But they're chill, man. They don't seem very bad at all. I mean, again, stereotypical of what people are always saying about Russians and how mean they are. I don't have an issue with these guys, so we'll see how they do. Great cold weather bee, and we are cold up here in North Idaho. So, well, I did use a bunch of those resource frames that I had, fed them, gave them to those bees, and let them cap that honey. Use the resource that I put in there. I got 2 left. They're going to go into another nuke that I have at the south yard. And, did you hear me talking out here? How's it going, Frank? And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes of honey to spin tomorrow and get them back onto hives. So that's it. That's my day so far. Thanks for watching. done with bee work, gotta start yard work, turn some wrenches on the commando, and maybe replace a fence post. So, Tim, Post Falls Honey Company, a day in the life of. See you guys soon.